WTOP-10 Nightly News. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Biedron. Well, the sun was shining today here in Oswego. People are taking full advantage of the nice weather we had today, and we can't expect to see all this nice weather roll in throughout the weekend. But as we head into next week, we can see temperatures start to drop all the way into the upper 40s and low 50s. More for you coming up on my full forecast. WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
This year's first admitted Students' Day is tomorrow. What to expect?
And we're just one day away from Hot Ones Sean Evans' appearance on campus, how you can still get tickets.
Plus, an Oswego native wins big on Jeopardy! Who she is and how much she won.
It's Thursday, April 13. This is WTOP-10 Nightly News.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP-10 Nightly News. I'm Ryan Skinner.
And I'm Rocio Trasancos.
SUNY Oswego's first admitted Students' Day of the year is tomorrow. From 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., admitted prospective students have been invited to campus to go on tours, watch information programs, meet with faculty, and attend student and parent panels. The students will be arriving by car, bus, train, and plane to attend the programs.
About 450 visitors are expected to be on campus on Friday, and 800 are expected on Saturday. Current students should expect heavier traffic than usual in the Marana Campus Center and Cooper Dining Hall areas. Tomorrow day marks the first of 3 this semester. The others are going to be held on Saturday, April 15 and on the 22nd. The Sunnywide Action protest, which was supposed to take place during Admitted Students' Day tomorrow, is still off on the Oswego campus. In an email to protest supporters, organizer Tyler Johnson encouraged others who are capable to lead the protest, as he will be leaving campus to continue his education online. We reached out to a professor involved in the protest to see if anyone has stepped up to lead. She said that she has not heard of anyone, but hopes someone will step up. WTOP will continue to investigate this story, and we will keep you updated when we learn more.
Members of the campus community and general public are invited to celebrate National Arbor Day at SUNY Oswego's Rice Creek Field Station. This year's celebration will be on April 28th with invited talks from 1 to 2:30 and a free tree giveaway from 2:30 to 5. Interested participants can experience this event in person or join via Zoom.
Oswego County legislators have been discussing projects to be funded by the American Rescue Plan Act. Last week, HarborFest resolution failed as a result of missing attendance of other legislators. Mary Schatt, a Minero Democrat legislator who voted against HarborFest funding, said she believes the money should be focused on job retention and, quote, durable long-term projects that enhance the county. The committee needs the majority of its 7 members to approve resolutions. This week, the name of HarborFest will be absent.
Oswego County native Rachel Clark won big on the game show Jeopardy! Clark, who graduated from Oswego High School, won $6,500 in her first episode and $1,000 for coming in 3rd place in her second episode. Clark credits looking at books in her school library and, of course, her family for the success she has had on this show. Let's get spicy, an interview with Sean Evans from Hot Ones. Jason Shee from Juan Zone's Cow Zones and Hot Wings is scheduled for tomorrow night. Sean Evans, host of the YouTube talk show Hot Ones, interviews celebrities while eating progressively spicier chicken wings. Evans has worked with a range of celebrities from Kevin Hart to Gordon Ramsay to Scarlett Johansson. Oswego's own Jason Shee from Juan Zone's Cow Zones will be Evans' next interviewee.
A lot of kids are excited, and I'm happy for the people that are excited about see me eat some hot chicken wings.
The event will take place in the Deborah Stanley Arena and Convocation Hall. Doors will open at 6 and the show will start at 7. Free tickets can be served at the SUNY Oswego box office. Seats are limited.
Today, the deadline to file a federal and New York State tax return is April 18. Taxpayers who are not able to meet the deadline can request an extension, which is automatic and it extends till October 15. However, this extension does not cover any money taxpayers may owe. John Marshall from the Bonadio Group says taxpayers who choose to file an extension are expected to estimate their tax liability. He added that the IRS will assess a penalty if taxpayers with extensions do not pay their balance due.
Governor Hochul is announcing grants that support nearly 250 new public charging stations to 70 municipalities in the next 5 years. New York State plans to build more than 1,300 charging stations. This is one more initiative to help the state achieve the ambitious greenhouse gas emission reduction requirements under the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act.
Governor Hochul is also announcing a $21 million grant that will be given to the New York State Thruway Authority. This grant will serve as part of the Bridge Investment Program to support the restoration of the Castleton-on-Hudson Bridge. Katie Hochul thanked the President Biden for his continued support of New York.
While the temperatures continue to rise, the Oswego Fire Department is getting patrols of Oswego Harbor back out on the water this week. Oswego Fire Department Chief Conzone said that the Marine One unit is being upgraded this year with updated GPS mapping devices along with a new thermal imaging camera to help them navigate the waters at night.
And today was the hottest April 13 in Syracuse history as it got up to 86 degrees, breaking the previous record by 1 degree, which was in 1945. Syracuse could break the record for tomorrow as well, with the previous record being 83 degrees and the forecast is set to 87.
Evan Biedron joins us outside the studio now with a quick look at the weather.
Evan, is the warm weather here to stay?
Yes, the warm weather is here to stay. Right now, we do have some light winds, but that is no threat to us at all because we did have that warm weather that we had experienced earlier today. We do have a light wind again, as I said, so maybe if you go outside, you might feel a little chilly, so if you're really cold, maybe pack a light jacket as you head out the door. The stars are shining though, and the trees are starting to bud, so make sure to take advantage of this amazing weekend we can see ahead of us. I'll have more for you coming up, my full forecast, but first, back to you guys.
Thanks, Evan. Coming up, the FBI arrested a Massachusetts Air National Guardsman in connection to leaking federal information.
And crews in Florida are working to clear roads and are assessing damages with more rain expected to hit the area. We will have more after the break.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
With 6 to 10 day outlook, we can see temperatures start to return to about normal here in Oswego. I know we do have those warm days ahead of us over the weekend, but we can see temperatures start to dip into the upper 40s and low 50s as we head through mid next week due to some rains that will be sticking around our area. And looking at our almanac, we can see our high temperature today was 73 degrees. Our low is 51. The average for around this time of year is about 52 degrees, so we are about maybe 20 to 21 degrees above average. And for our record, we can see our record was 85 degrees back in 1945. And here in Oswego, we only had a temperature of about 73 degrees, so not as quite near record as we did see in Syracuse earlier today, but still pretty warm here in Oswego. And looking at our out the door forecast for tomorrow morning, we can see a high temperature of about 69 degrees around 3 to 5 p.m. But as you head into the morning, early morning hours, we can see temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s. So as you head out the door, you may notice it's a bit warmer than usual as you head out to class and work tomorrow. But make sure you do fire up those grills as you head into the weekend, though, because you can see on Friday, sunny skies with a high of about near 70 degrees. We can expect that feels like temperature to be a little higher, though, so maybe even 75 degrees as you head out to go fire up your grill for this weekend. And looking at today's air quality, we can see there's a moderate air quality risk for most people who have health conditions. So if you have a breathing condition or heart condition, there is not much to be worried about, but we can make sure you take some precautions as you head out the door. And looking at our 7-day forecast, we can see on Friday, 70 degrees, sunny skies. And then you head into Saturday and Sunday, we can see clouds start to move into our area. Those temperatures sticking around the low 70s, maybe just a little bit higher. We do have the threat of rain moving to the area. So as you head later into your weekend, maybe you want to change some weekend plans around towards the nighttime hours. And as you head through most of next week, we can see temperatures start to dip into the upper 40s and low 50s with clouds sticking around the area and more rain showers sticking around our area as well. And after historic rains paralyzed Florida for hours, crews are still working to clear roads and residents are assessing damage. With more rain expected to hit the area this evening, Gloria Pazmino has more.
Historic flooding in South Florida Wednesday.
What we're seeing here is a 1,000-year incident. No city could have planned for this.
The city of Fort Lauderdale paralyzed.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, you can see how shooken up I am, you know. I didn't plan on waking up like this.
I've been working in Fort Lauderdale for over 23 years and I've never seen anything like this.
Residents taking in the damage after spending the night stranded in their homes.
Yeah, we lost everything.
More than 25 inches of rain fell in just 24 hours, according to preliminary reports from the National Weather Service, marking the rainiest day in Fort Lauderdale history.
All right, I'm gonna go back and get your mommy and daddy, all right, bud?
First responders out in force, wading through waist-high water to help trapped residents and motorists.
I've been stuck here now for about 40 minutes. So I've been watching the cars thinking I could make it, but I've had the car stall in water before, and so I'm just like, I'll just hang out.
At Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, a ground stop Wednesday, then closure. Stranded travelers trying to navigate as runways turned into lakes.
Trying to get back home, and they're telling us that the airport is closed, and so at this point we don't know what to do.
The airport will remain closed through Thursday. Officials plan to reopen it at 5 a.m. Friday. The National Weather Service is calling the floods a 1-in-1,000-year event or greater, and more rain is expected later today. I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
Cleanup and rescue efforts are currently underway in Fort Lauderdale, but we can only expect more flooding to occur in these coastal regions, partially due to climate change and partially due to just the magnitude of these storms so early in the spring season as the oceans begin to warm up again. Guys?
Thank you, Evan. President Biden says he wants more government workers to return back to the office instead of working from home. New Biden administration guidance makes clear that departments and agencies must, quote, substantially increase in office work without any specific requirements, end quote. The plan to return the workforce to a more regular in-person attendance comes as the government plans to end the public health emergency on May 11th.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced today that 21-year-old Massachusetts Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira has been taken into custody by federal agents. Teixeira was arrested in Massachusetts without incident and will be arraigned in federal court. He's accused of unauthorized removal, retention, and transmission of classified national defense information. The arrest comes after the U.S. government searched for the identity of the leaker who posted information. The investigation is ongoing, and the Attorney General declined to answer questions.
State Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is expected to return to work on Monday. The Kentucky Republican made an announcement on Twitter today. McConnell has been recovering from a fall at a dinner last month in Washington, D.C. McConnell was treated for a concussion and rib fracture before being released to an inpatient rehabilitation facility for physical therapy. Earlier this week, McConnell became the longest-serving party leader in Senate history.
Still to come, a restrictive abortion bill has passed the Florida House. What could happen if Governor DeSantis signs the law?
But first, thinking about returning an item to Amazon? You may be paying more than before. All that and more when we come back.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. It's time for your Consumer Report. The cost of groceries is coming back down. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that grocery prices fell in March, the first time since September 2020. The data shows prices dropped for eggs, poultry, and fish, as well as fruits and vegetables. However, prices for bakery items, cereals, and non-alcoholic drinks became more expensive. Although this month-to-month drop is a sigh of relief, prices are still more expensive on an annual comparison. Amazon is taking new measures to crack down on customers returning their online orders. This includes charging a fee to return items to UPS stores. Amazon will start charging customers a $1 fee if they return items to a UPS store when there is a Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, or a Kohl's closer to their delivery address. Amazon is also flagging frequently returned items on its website, hoping customers will pause before buying the item. That's all for me. Now let's send it back to Rocio for your health update.
Thank you, Ryan. The CDC is reporting that nearly 90% of recent Mpox-related deaths in the U.S. occur in Black men. The CDC says that more than 30,000 people were diagnosed with Mpox in the last 10 months. The disease, formerly known as monkeypox, has been linked to 38 deaths. 33 of them were Black men. Nearly all were immunocompromised. Florida could also soon have one of the more restrictive abortion laws in the country after the Florida House approves the Heartbeat Protection Act earlier today. The bill that would ban most of abortion procedures after 6 weeks of pregnancy is now headed to Governor Ron DeSantis' desk. If the bill is signed, it still could delay becoming active due to a possible lawsuit from the Florida Supreme Court. The new legislation will allow women who are victims of rape, incest, or human trafficking to get an abortion up to 15 weeks. Coming up next, Luke Ratti has the latest about sports news. Hey Luke, what's gotten into the Tampa Bay race?
Hey guys, stay tuned for all the latest sports news.
including a career milestone for Sheila Wiley and a night to remember for Islanders fans. All that and more after the break.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to WTOP-10. I'm Luke Ratti, here with your nightly sports news. The Oswego Lakers baseball team continues to find ways to win, reaching their 7th straight victory after a highly contested matchup against the Rochester Yellow Jackets. Jelani Hamer was the story in this game, driving in 6 runs for Oswego. Thomas Pachia pitched 3 innings of work, giving up 2 earned runs, and the bullpen was able to lend a hand the rest of the way. Sean Clifford shut the door on the Yellow Jackets in the 9th to earn the save, and the Lakers' record improves to 12-11 thanks to their 12-10 win. For the Oswego women's lacrosse team, it was a milestone night for Sheila Wiley, as the senior would score her 100th goal in a 9-7 victory against the Brockport Golden Eagles. From the first face-off, Wiley was in control, scoring an impressive 4 goals in the contest. Wiley also assisted on the game-winning goal, which was scored by Julia Quirk in the 2nd quarter. Isabella Lembo would add a pair of goals as well, as the Lakers would earn an impressive win to improve to 9-3 on the season. Are you braving the shave at the St. Baldrick's Day event this weekend? Well, if you are not, maybe you could donate money to the event, which is being hosted by the Oswego men's lacrosse team. They are about to reach a special milestone for a special cause. Jolie Santiago reports.
The 17th annual St. Baldrick's Day in Oswego is this Sunday. This year is a little different because the Oswego men's lacrosse team has almost raised $1 million for St. Baldrick's Foundation. I sat down with Dan Whitmer, Lakers Community Service Coordinator, to tell me more about how he got here.
I was the head lacrosse coach here in 2007, and one of my alumni emailed me and said, Coach, there's this great organization. He'd been involved with it for a couple of years already, and he said, you should have the lacrosse team do this. We had about 30 guys on the team register as shavees, and we raised $11,000, and I thought that was, incredibly successful. By year 2 or 3, we started to get the community involved. And next thing you know, we had elementary school kids out of Oswego minor hockey. It just snowballed. It got bigger and bigger.
Fast forward to now, the 2023 men's lacrosse team is just days away from potentially reaching $1 million. I had a chance to talk to the team's fundraising captain, Garrett Petrelli, who is a third-year Shavy.
This is my second year being the fundraising captain. Last year I was a fundraising captain and I raised over $300, and then this year I was a fundraising captain again this year and I raised over $1,000. Very excited and happy to be a part of this collective group that has almost raised $1 million. It's going towards a great cause to help children who are in need with childhood cancer. So it's just great to be a part of that organization that's almost hit $1 million, because not many people have done something like that, so it's just great to be part of that.
Along with Garrett, others keep coming back in support of the cause, like committee member Suzanne Cook, who has been helping coordinate this event for 6 years now.
It's a great cause, and the fact that it helps fund research for children's cancer, that makes a huge difference.
Over 16 years, we've raised $927,000, which puts us $73,000 short of $1 million.
So if you're interested in supporting the cause, come on down this weekend to support the hard work that has gone into this. The event will be on April 16th, 2023, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Curtis Manor. Bring your friends, and you might just see the 1 million mark be achieved. I'm Jolie Santiago, WTOP-10 News.
What a great cause. Thank you, Jolie, for that report. In pro sports news, the Tampa Bay Rays have been on an absolute tear to start the 2023 season. The Rays have won all 13 of their games so far and have now tied the all-time record for most consecutive wins to start a season. The Rays have dealt with injuries and deficits, but still are finding new ways to win every night. They'll try for the all-time record on Friday when they travel to Rogers Center to play the Toronto Blue Jays. It took all 82 games, but Islanders fans can finally breathe a sigh of relief. New York was able to earn 2 crucial points in their victory against the Montreal Canadiens, which helped them earn the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Brock Nelson led the way for the Islanders, picking up 2 goals in the contest. Ilya Sorokin would make 17 saves as New York would win this game 4-2. The NHL playoffs are all set, and only one team can take home the Stanley Cup. We'll be back with more WTOP-10 Nightly News right after the break. Shoot. I thought he said pause. I thought you were saying pause, and I was like, why am I pausing?
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Welcome back to WTOP-10, our final story of the night, Pet of the Week.
Looking for a strong silent cat? Meet Elora.
Elora is incredibly independent but will still love to find a place to call home.
She is 2 years old, spayed, and vaccinated.
For more information, you can contact the Oswego County Humane Society. All right, everybody. That's our report. That's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for the bigger picture.